Hello students, welcome to your social studies class. Students, in today's class, we will do civics, chapter 1, understanding diversity. In this chapter, we will learn about what is diversity, issues of inequality, how does diversity add to our lives, diversity in India, and unity in diversity. So let us proceed with the explanation of the chapter. First of all, let us understand what do we mean by the word diversity. Students, diversity means that each individual is unique or different, and also we should appreciate each other's differences. These differences can be on the basis of your race, which means color, ethnicity, which means the place you belong to, your gender, how you look like, your orientation, your socioeconomic status, your age, your physical abilities, religious beliefs, political beliefs, and other ideologies. So basically, the word diversity means mix and match. Diversity is a flavor of variety. Now, with diversity comes the issues of inequality. Inequality comes about when a person does not have the resource or the opportunity that are available to the other persons. For example, in India, inequality exists on the basis of gender, on the basis of your education, on the basis of the money which is available to you, then on the basis of your color as well, on the basis of your gender as well. Let us have a look at the most common forms of inequality in India, which is the Indian caste system. According to the Indian caste system, we have the four varnas. The top two varnas are Brahmins and the Kshatriyas. The last two varnas are the Shudra, Vaishyas and the Shudras. The upper two varnas discriminate the lower two varnas and prohibit them to enter into their temples, to sit along with them and eat food, share utensils, etc. According to this Varna system, our society is divided into groups depending upon the work which they are supposed to do. And also, they are restricted to remain in those groups only. So if your parents are potters, you could only become a potter and nothing else. This system in the Varna system was considered irreversible. And because you are not supposed to change your profession, it is not considered necessary for you to know any more anything else than what your profession is required to. This created a situation of inequality in India. What does diversity add to our lives? Now, you all must be having a lot of friends, and you must have realized that you all are different from each other. You probably must have gone to your friend's home, you must have eaten different types of food, different types of festivals must be celebrated, you must have worn different types of clothes, and also sometimes you must have learned their language as well. Perhaps you notice that people come from several areas where you live who are poor, who don't have enough to eat, or where sometimes not even a place to live. This difference is not the same as one we have seen so far. All the people wore two different colors, which were red and white, ate same food, and took care of two animals, for example, deer and cat. And to entertain themselves, they played snakes and ladders. So basically, from this, we have to understand that we all are different from each other. We cannot be similar at all, as we all come from different backgrounds. Many young people feel happy when they read a good storybook because it gives them a lot of ideas to make up more stories. People who write stories get their ideas from different sorts of places, from books or from real life, or many of them from their imaginations as well. Some may have lived in the forest close to animals and chosen to write about their fights and friendships. Others read real accounts of kings and queens and wrote stories about love and honor. Some dipped into their own childhood memories of school and friends and wrote their own stories of adventure. So, students, from this, what do we understand? That diversity adds knowledge, it adds variety to our lives. Now, let us have a look at diversity in our country, India. India is a country of many diversities. We speak different languages, have various types of food, celebrate different festivals, practice different religions. But actually, what do? We do many things. The difference lies in the ways we do. Otherwise, the things we do are similar. For example, we all get married, right? But how that marriage ceremony is done is different from one religion to other. In the similar way, class, we do many things which are similar, but the difference lies in the ways in which we do them. Regions became very diverse because of their unique histories. A little more than 200 years ago, or long before the train, aeroplane, bus, or car became a part of our lives, people traveled on foot or on animals like horses and camels. They often went on in search of new lands, new places to settle in, and to people with trade to trade with. And because it took them so long to travel, once they got to a place, they often stayed there for a long period of time. Many others left their homes because of the natural disasters or their lack of food to eat. Some also went in search of work, and others left their place because there was war. Sometimes, as they began to make new homes in new places, people began to hang a little, and at other times, they managed to do things in old ways. So, their language, food, music, religions became a mix of the old and new. And out of this, the intermixing of cultures, came something new and different. The history of many places show us how they are different, culturally influenced, and have shaped their life and culture. Let us have a look at two such places. First, Ladakh, and second, Kerala. Ladakh is a cold desert in the eastern part of Kashmir. Since this place is covered with snow for most parts of the year, very little agriculture is possible here. People here are mainly traders of sheep, goat, and yak. They use milk and meat of these animals as food. They also use hair of these animals to make wool. They weave pashmina shawls and sell them to Ladakh. Then, Ladakh was also an important trade route since ancient times. Due to this, many travelers from different parts of the world always came to this place. People of Ladakh interacted with these travelers, and due to this reason, Islam was introduced in this region 100 years ago. Even today, there is a sizable population of Muslims in the area of Ladakh. This is a significant number of followers of Buddhism as well in this region. So students, Ladakh is basically located in the eastern part of Kashmir and north of India, which is a cold desert. People over here are herders who keep sheep, goat, and yak. They sell the wool of the sheep and make pashmina shawls. In the ancient times, it was an important trade route because of which many travelers came here and interacted with the local people. This led to the change in the culture of the local area. This is how Islam was introduced, and later on, you will also find followers of Buddhism as well in this region. Now, let's have a look at Kerala. Kerala, we all know, is the southern part of India. It has been an important center of trades in the ancient times. Traders came here to trade in spices. Now, because of travelers, Christianity was introduced in Kerala about 2000 years ago. Similarly, Islam was introduced through the traders from the Arab world. Vasco da Gama, who was a Portuguese traveler, was the first to discover the sea route between Europe and India. His ship landed in Kerala, and after that, the European culture came to India. People of Kerala also belong to different religions like Judaism, Christianity, Islam, etc. The fishing nets which are found on the coast of Kerala resemble the Chinese fishing nets and are known as China wala. In the similar way, a utensil which is commonly used for frying in Kerala is called China chatti. This shows that Kerala must have had good trade relations with China as well. So students, from these two case studies of Kerala and Ladakh, we get to know that the places in India are so different from each other, yet we all belong to one country, which is India. Unity in diversity. The term unity in diversity was first coined by our first Prime Minister, which is Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Nehru coined this term because diversity proved to be the strength. But the British came in India. They thought it is easy to rule the diverse country like India. They never tried to, they even tried to divide and rule policy. But our struggle for freedom proved them wrong. We stood united in front of the British Empire and defeated them. Most of the people in India opposed the British rule, irrespective of religious and cultural differences. It was because of unity in diversity that we could be successful in getting rid of the British rule. Even today, we continue to imbibe various cultures. We continue to assimilate cuisines all around the world. We continue to include various costumes from around the world. And today, India is a vibrant country because of its diversity. Students, that was all about the explanation of the chapter. Let us have a look at the few questions. You all are requested to go through the reading of the chapter and solve the questions in your notebook. Thank you.